Good day everybody, I am Jura of the Dutchlings and welcome to the arcade mode of Secrets of Grindea. Secrets of Grindea is a fairly new game which is still under construction and we are currently playing the beta version. The arcade mode is like a survival mode where one is trying to reach as far as he can possibly get, climbing higher on the global high score rankings and earn a place on the Hall of Fame. I will try and explain the build that I will be using and see how far we will get. A warning for all of you who still want to play the story mode of this game: the arcade mode contains most of the enemies, including bosses, available in this game, so spoiler alert. As you can see, I am using a two-handed weapon, which is very effective to keeping enemies at bay. You might want to do this because it's very handy to stagger the enemies and interrupting their attacks. As you can see, the little rabbit is very annoying and trying to bite me as he goes. Once you've selected a few skills, you can do a quick level up for the skills that you have previously used. Well, this skill I have here on the left side is a whirlwind skill, which attacks all the enemies around me, which are ground bound, so not the flying enemies. It's a very good skill to keep enemy at bay and does vary the amount of damage. This skill does increase my crit chance, which is great for the burst damage. Well, I will be arriving at the first boss right now. At this boss it's very important to get rid of the beehives, as they constantly spawn new bees. When in arcade mode, you clear a floor while having 100% of your HP. You get a health potion. If you have some damage, you will get a health orb which will replenish your health. This potion you can use later on, so it's actually important to finish a floor with full health. The rank achieved is depending on how much damage one has gotten. Well, there are a few challenges, as you can see, which can either contain a puzzle or herding chickens. Yeah, you heard it, herding chickens. It's actually quite absurd. Well, as you can see, I messed this up quite bad. And as usual, you do not see the solution until you don't have any more time. But for the sake of it, I will try to finish it anyway. Sometimes this Grim Reaper appears and allows you to do a challenge. Well, in this case, he makes my feet heavy as lead, so he slows me down. And if I win, he will give me something neat. If I have some damage, it could be that he will give me a health orb, and if I have no damage, he will give me an item. Well, now gives me a ring which increases my attack speed or my casting speed. Attack speed is nice, especially if you have no better items currently. Here we can sell some of the items we have. So I sell the excessive stuff. You can buy new things here. Well, as I'm expecting to get a few more items, I'm not going to buy anything right now. In addition, I don't have a lot of money. But I will need this money for some better items later on. These enemies with rings above them have better stats and are doing more damage than others. Some of them are also faster, they're just like the elite mobs. Well, I made a small mistake in my build. I did not want to have 2 in this skill yet, as I will be using a minion later on. This is called the Frosty Friend. This Frosty Friend is a small snowman which fights for you and actually attracts enemies. As you can see, this fight, there was a boss fight and it was actually supposed to be a bit more hard, but there's a spot where he cannot attack you, which is exactly in the middle, where his arms are just flapping aside of you and not hitting you. If you go too far away, he will charge you and come up behind you in order to, well, defend yourself against it. You put up your shield, he runs against your shield, and you can fight again. If you do not put up your shield, he will just damage you. Another S rank. Obtaining S ranks is important for your overall high score, of course, as A and B will also give you a bonus score if you complete the whole zone. I'm not yet using my Frosty Friend because he lures the enemies away from me, and it's harder for me to attain S ranks if I cannot get to the enemies he lures away. I will be using it later on. Like here, it's a good one because we should not get any damage here. He's luring away all of the enemies and I can relax a bit, or so is the plan. Challenge complete. I got a new 200 weapon, which is very nice, and now I'm going to get rid of my Frosty Friend again. You can give him commands, and the amount of commands you will get increases when he gets stronger. If you put the command to the left, allows him to play defensive and regain a lot of health while the enemies leave him for what he is and do not attack him anymore. And the lower option is to get rid of him again. These enemies drop a few cards which give you a permanent bonus. There are always bonuses, there are never give you any negative stats, so it's always good to get these. So it's a bit random if you could get a good run or not, depending on these cards. So I will be increasing my Frosty Friend and the crit damage again. Sell some stuff over here. Only the excessive stuff. I will not be using one-handers. See what he has to buy. Nothing cool. As you can see, the stats are a lot better than what I have. A lot more defense, a lot more health. Some do more defense. More shield HP, which is actually nice for the boss coming up, but I'm going to gamble that I will get something better later on. As you can see, I already got a better shirt. Oh, I had to block right there. Going to shoot a bit. because this rabbit is a bit annoying. And we are done. This gives a little more defense, but I'm going with the extra HP. Oh, I got hit. That's a shame. Oh well. Hurting the chickens. This is what I was talking about. Some chickens are really hard to move. You need to get directly beneath them. We'll go to 100. As you can see, I'm starting to crit a bit already, which means that the build is getting more fruitive. Ooh, got hit. This guy allows me to buy a bit of health, which I'm going to do because I want to have full health at the end of this whole zone. Still nothing good about a weapon, but it's not that much better. And the old items we have seen before. See, you can also use the pigs to kill the other enemies as he charges. This is a very, very strong two-handed item. It's like the best item you can get until you arrive at the next zone, and it'll be your main weapon for the rest of the game actually, until you reach a very far point. After she charges, you can give her 3 hits with a whirlwind attack following, which I did not do now because one of her little buddies was behind me. This is the point where I want my little friend. This is also the point where my little friend is going to get a little more strong than the others. This increases the energy I will get. My minion uses a certain amount of mana for energy. I will show this to you in a bit. As you can see, my maximum mana after summoning my minion is 60. If I get rid of him and I summon him again, you can see... oh wait, that's not what I meant. This was his second form. If I summon him now, you can see that I have 7 more energy than I had before. if I go to magic here, you can see that he has like 5 levels of blue bars and 1 in the golden. Once you arrive in the golden stats of stat points of any skill, you can charge that attack. In this case, it makes the little snow fella a little bit more bigger and stronger. You can also give him, allow him to attack and enrage. This works for a few seconds and gives him a huge damage boost and makes him move a little more fast. This is a bit annoying because I don't have a good shield. Here we should not get hit. The best spot to be is at the left hand side. But as you can see, I already failed. If you have a better shield, you can block most of the little bats going around. Ooh, I'm getting hammered here. Trick for this enemy is to let him attack you and then make use of the opening he's creating on himself. This crown is a very good item. This is the fishing minigame in which you need to keep the little square around the fish, preventing him to escape. While the larger the bar is, the worse the items you will get. Who would like a dead fish? Well, this is also pretty much crap. Well, seems my luck has run out today. I have still 4 more potions. I will now be using a protective skill. This increases my defense, and I will be casting this just before I enter another room, so it gives me enough defense to get through the room if I get hit. It's just a defensive item. Oh, I accidentally de-summoned my little friend. My shield. Well, the enemy is tough. In contrary to the normal Halloween flower, the Halloween, one could easily block his charge. This time you cannot block him because he appears right on the center of you and he will hit you anyway if you block it. So the only way to escape his attack is to wait till he charges, and if he charges you move away. All B for the effort. I took a lot of damage here. Also, the elite mobs also have a higher chance to drop a good item. Oh, increase the magic attack. I'm not sure if it helps for this little fella, but I think it does. Oh. This one you do have to block. And right now I would try and stick by increasing my protective skill and increasing my mana pool, my energy pool. Well, I now have more than 62, so I can do 2 consecutive whirlwinds That's as far as I want to go, so I do not need to increase it any further. Sell a bit. These bows are pretty good. I want to save them for some bosses later on. Well, this thing is a bit interesting, as this increases the amount of damage you do with bows. You can get some perks which allows you to get more arrows. I have one of those. I can get a maximum of 30 instead of 20. Then there is another perk which increases the drop rate of arrows, so you can shoot a bit more. So you might want to buy this if you go that way. I reckon that's a good build for multiplayer mode. Something hit me. Kill in order. Okay. So this is quite messy. Let's see what this shield does. I'm not really sure. I've gone into it a couple of times, but okay, if you perfect guard, it probably does a lot of damage. Okay, let's increase this one again. I got also one more gold point, which I will put into my frosty friend. I do not need any more magic. So let's see what I want to do here. Well, this is pretty nice if you're in a pinch. But I think I'll go with this. If I crit harder. Oh, that was the wrong direction. Oh. Made a bit of a mess down there, but all is good. This zone contains mostly robots, and it really is the bosses which you should look out for. It is one of the toughest bosses in the game, in my opinion. Let's keep about half of our money. It's those little spheres who have these annoying missiles which come after you. overall damage boost. Always nice. I'm lacking a bit of damage. Welcome to Bullet Hell. There is a safe spot around here, which allows you to stay here most of the time. Unless he is using some missiles, which are placed randomly. So you either have a lot of luck, or you might have to move a bit. There you go. I don't need a lot more HP, I just need more defense. Well, this is a pretty tough fight. Alright, the chill that just got, I equipped this because when you perfect block you do a lot more damage. A rank is still not bad in this zone, at least not for me. Attack speed is always welcome. Try to destroy that big orange crystal as first and as fast as possible, because that one summons a lot more enemies. Oh. Free items! Attack speed, not what I wanted. Oh well. It's also free money. Oh. This is yet another bullet hell. I have no easy method for this other than just good luck and dodge. It's harder than it looks. Ah. This is like one of the hardest enemies I've seen in this game so far. More than anything, because this is just like the first phase. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the fist. Use Fist of Doom. Now comes the hard part. This boss said something like, well, if I'm dying, I am taking you with me. Even though he's dead, he's still going to go do this final phase. Good thing I took the potion down there. Bit of a shame that I did not find a merchant in this part of the game, as the merchant in the robot zone actually have some boots which make movement around these parts of the game much more easy. I'm ready. As you can see right now, I'm going to slide across the surface. Not having a good grip. Surprise! Luckily there's a merchant here. Let's hope that he has a lot of good stuff. It's been a while since I've been at the merchant. And he has the boots. I will show you the description of the boots. A pair of shoes used by the Frostlings in the winter. It has spikes on the soles for better grip on ice. As I just went ice skating like a maniac, which obviously I cannot show you now. Very funny. I want you in the middle, big guy. Yeah. Ooh. I am a idiot. Upgrade the shield. Now it's much stronger as before. I might try this as well. This is actually one of the furthest runs I have had thus far. Let's see. Melee skills. No. I need talents. So I'm going to either increase my survivability or... This is actually not bad for one of the upcoming bosses. Makes me move further with my shield, faster when I have shield out. I like that. Oh, I won't be needing much more money to buy things, so I'm going with this. Yeah, actually, I can just fill it up. This is not an easy zone. Oh, I can better do this all the way around. So, much stronger shield. Go on. Oh. Sorry, I did not explain the magic skill that I took just now. This one is haste and increases my attack speed, which is nice because these little guys throw these balls pretty fast. These ice balls or these snowballs. Very annoying. So first we up the shields, then the speed. Do not get hit. Well, I've never seen this. Well, it looks like bombs. Well, that's actually pretty fun. Shame I got hit, and pretty hard as well. Well, shame I'm not the mage. Oh, this must be double. To be sure, because these bosses are pretty tough and I've not seen these a lot of times. I'm going to spend all the money I have in this. Do I have any more items to sell? It seems not. Maybe a few minor things, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend any more time with that. I have 3 more potions. I'm going to take 2 in advance. Yeah. I'm gonna chuck 1 more. It broke my shield. Well, at least I got to kill Smashy with it. Oh, thank God my little frosty friend got there. Oh man. Ah. Well, that's it for this run. No high score, but we can see how far I was off. I had like 577 million if I remember correctly. Well, I'm at place 39. Well, one of my aliases is Marku, but I am Jura of the Dutchlings. Well, I wasn't that far off. It was like 1,000 points more. Well, I hope you enjoyed this run and you learned a bit. If you like seeing more of these plays, press on the subscribe button and I will upload more games in the near future. So long.